What's up, guys? This is your man AV back at you again. Um, well, good morning, first of all. I'm going to tell you a few things. In this video, we're going to be talking about the state of the stock market in general, the state that it's in. That includes crypto and everything as well. I'm going to start out first by saying I had some DMs from yesterday, some messages, saying you can't, state other stocks, and this is AMC and whatever, because I mentioned something about BBIG and all that stuff. And I'm gonna just say this: this is my channel, guys. And again, it's just like I've had it for a while. I've always contemplated about uploading stuff about this. The only reason why I upload this stuff, guys, because I see a lot of BS from other and content that other YouTubers are pushing out. And I'm not saying all is bad or even all is not good. No, there's a heck of a lot of good information out there from each YouTuber. I feel like you can get something out, of them, and take it to the bank with you. Kind of like, okay, and then the rest maybe you could throw away or whatever. I'm not saying I know it all, I'm better and all that stuff, but I feel in general, my mindset is always generalized. I don't keep my eye on one thing or like in one direction. I try to like get generalized so I can always see my surroundings. I mean, I am that guy that when I go sit anywhere, my back can't be toward the door. I have to see everything from the front. So I'm just that person, or whatever you call them. I'm one of those people. So all my attention is always diverted all around. Why? That's just my nature. So it applies in this as well too. So I'm not just looking at one thing. I'm like following through, like, oh my God, AMC to the moon, and just following. Well, that's you. Kudos to you. That's not me. You don't like what I'm saying? It could have been also bots. It could have been shells already, just trying to kill me like by uploading a few first videos. But if that's the case, it is what it is. It's not going to change what I say or what I'm going to say. No one pays my bills. No one, has anything to do with it. I haven't told you any of my stories, guys. Like nothing about me yet. Like what I do for a living. Because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a broker. I don't work at a brokerage, and I haven't even told you guys what I have done with the stock market. Like when in the May and June run up, like people will salivate at things that happened and occurred with me, and I'm trying to just make sure that I put it out there because I hear a lot of people that have somehow started YouTube channels and started talking about this like they know what's going on, but they're talking like funny stuff. Like these guys are talking about raising your portfolio $20 at a time and freaking $30 at a time or whatever and all this stuff. And that's correct. That's how you start. But if that's what they're doing themselves, then they're not in no position to tell you anything, guys. I'm sorry, like I'm not crapping on anyone or any of that, but that's just the case, like this person is clearly learning along with you, and that's just I don't know, that's just a little scary to me. That doesn't mean they don't know anything; they know a lot. Um, it's just when you go to a bank, which bank you're gonna go to? You're gonna go to J.P. Morgan. Doesn't matter how you feel about J.P. Morgan himself, or you're gonna go to some weird bank called River Bank of Kansas or whatever. Of course, you're gonna go with the bigger bank because you're afraid. You're like, okay, even if this one is FDIC approved or insured, um, I never heard of this bank, and this is just smaller. So therefore, again, you get what I'm trying to go with this. So, anyways, that deals with that. So the state of the market, guys, what we've been in, the market has been a prisoner. It's been a hostage for the predatory actions of hedge funds, whether good or bad, and institutions, even pension funds, and um, you know, like institutions that are not even hedge funds. They know like the game. Like this guy's preying on these guys, which is us. And this guy was like, okay, you know what? I can go ahead and pile up since he's doing a lot of synthetic and he's printing. He's preying on them. I can be one of the people that go and because these big institutions and pension funds, they put big positions. They take on like millions of shares in a single stock. And by having that, they're not like me and Drew. They're not going to be afraid of turning on the lending the stock program, lending the shares and all that. They, in fact, they got it just particularly for that reason, so they can get these shares, lend them out at crazy premiums, and make money both ways on lending them and on the fact that when things go up, they sell them as well. And even if things don't go up, guess what? For example, AMC is a $50, $60, maybe $70, $80 stock in general, like just fundamentally, when things go away, like when all the debt is paid and when the pandemic completely rolls out, and it's most likely done. Looks like the world is shifting toward a different agenda now. First, the agenda of pandemic, and looks like it's not working much for them. I mean, got the British Prime Minister partying it up a year ago and not answering about it. The video surfacing now. They took out all the restrictions in England suddenly, and it's like, okay, we don't care about people. First, it was like, oh, we don't want people to die, and now it is what it is. We just want to do the hush hush and roll it under the table and under the carpet. Same thing here. Try to mandate it on people. People got freedom here, and they are very outspoken about it. And we're like, you know what? No, you're not just going to come and invoke my amendments and all that stuff. However, whether you're vaccinated or not, this is not what we're going to be talking about. God bless all of you, So the state of the market in general, the new agenda looks like it's rolling toward war. And hopefully it's not World War III. But when you're talking about the names, Russia, America, England, NATO, the Allied forces, that's a recipe for a world war. That's what World War I was about, World War II, and hopefully this one is not World War III. But anyways, war makes money, so remember that. Anywho, the state of the market has been a prisoner to all this. So we've seen, like what we talked about, the predatory instincts of these hedge funds and all that stuff. I feel like everyone has been working together, hand in hand, like us basically coming together to make up the force that we made to corner these guys. But in the same time, you gotta think like this: these guys are the ones that fund the campaigns of these government officials that we're so for yelling out to and saying, please pass the rules and get our transparency and make me go to the moon, and then after that to Mars and whatever. You're not the one. My tax money and your tax money goes and it's looked at as okay because it's something that we have to do. You have to pay tax. How dare you not pay tax? Uncle Sam, don't mess around. But these guys, these higher forces up there, they're the ones who fund their pockets, their campaigns. So they're gonna give them favors. They're gonna do favors to them. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not trying to start anything. But guys, this is what I think. This is the reality of it. And I'm gonna give you the truth always. What's here is always here. What's here is always here, and that's been a good and also a bad thing throughout my life. So I want to change it now. So it's too late to change it now. So you have to know, if we form this unformidable force, that means that they have been doing their thing too, and they have one thing on their side: they have money also to speak. How they say, money talks, bullshit walks, all that. They're afraid of us going crazy. That's what the truth is. The government and the whole market going away, that will hurt the market. But at the same time, they can upset their friends. So what have they done? They created what can we call it? A behind the curtain league, which is always how it's been. Societies. These guys take care of themselves. Of course, people will take the falls for others, but they all will be taken care of. That's what history have taught us and showed us. So the market is being cornered, guys, and there's nothing they can do about it. However, you have to keep your eye open for all the other plays, because I don't think this is going to be a one at a time stock popping, because if they allow that to happen, then it will be even way worse, to a point where they can't even handle it. Can you imagine people making hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars with AMC and GameStop, and suddenly if those are the only two that run up, and then now you have Sundial is open, and Tilray is open, and SPC is open. Um, BBIG is open for the pick-in, and all these other ones, you know, like SDA, um, maybe even Clove, like all these stocks. Like there's so many more. You know, we can talk with future videos more about like individually about all those stocks as well, explaining each company. Um, I like that because that's what I do basically is like kind of dissect each company that I'm thinking about. Even if I'm intrigued about taking a position in it, just dissect it. I'll show you how I dissect my plays and take on and I keep some on the back shelf because you just can't pick all the plays, you know. Wish we had enough money for everything, but you always can't just wait until okay, now I got my money from this. Now what do I look to? You always have to have something ready, you know. So in this case, I think they're all going to run together. They're not going to give us the chance. I honestly strongly believe if they do, wow, that's Christmas came late, early and late, you know, in the same time, and two Christmases this year. Um, we're gonna like that would be crazy, but most likely I think that they're not gonna let that happen. They will let everything run up at the same time. That way, nobody has enough time to just pay attention to one thing, and then after that, have enough money and time to go jump into another. That will be a disaster, even bigger than the one that's coming. So we will talk more. I'm gonna have a specific video, guys, just about. Write down, please, on the comments. Uh, Tell me which stock you want me to cover. What do you want me to talk to you about? If any questions you have, let me know what they are. I'll be gladly happy to answer. This is what I'm mainly here for. I really want to just pass on the knowledge. If it helps someone, that makes my day. That's mainly what I'm doing it for. Um, so yeah, I'm not a financial advisor, guys. I hate having to keep, reminding you guys with this, but again, it's the truth. I'm not a financial advisor, not a broker, so therefore, take what I say with a grain of salt, and much love until the next one. Love you.